Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I will be reviewing a few of the trades that I took for the past couple of weeks, and yeah, I'm going to be uploading it to the YouTube page. So basically, what I'm going to be going over is first of all, I want to just talk about what I've learned. You want to pause? I'm gonna pause. So I learned that the strategy works. Hooray. But there is trades that you're not gonna win, right? And I'm learning how to accept that. So the rule that I'm working off now is that I aim for negative 61.80 in the days. So if it's in the day, we're gonna aim for that. If it breaks and close over negative 27, we're going to hold it to push to negative 61. However, if it does not hit negative 27 before the day ends, we're going to hold it to negative 27 for the next day. That's basically it. We're gonna have trades, which I'm gonna show perfect examples of those where all the rules are followed, but it is just a loss. And that's where we're gonna come down to the risk management because if we have proper risk management and if we're disciplined, we can bank, which we need to bank, it's full time now for us to bank. But yeah, it has been an amazing journey thus far. And I'm really, really grateful for this skill set. And yeah, this year is gonna be an awesome year. But anyways, let's go. Let me take this out of my face. All right. So basically, the last time in the last video, we look at the trade that was here, and it was a loss, right? But then I think we were at the weekend. This was the weekend, so let's look at the trades after that. So we can all agree that we are still currently in an uptrend, right? See there, currently in an uptrend. On the 4-hour, we saw where this is it, the new Monday. Normally don't trade on a Monday, but this is the Monday. We had a pull up, we had a pull back. Yeah. Let's look at the 1 hour for the Monday. We had a push up. We had some pull back around 4. There was no trade, right? Move over to the Tuesday. We had a push down. No trade on the Tuesday. Move over to the Wednesday. No trade on the Wednesday. Like no trade. Thursday, I believe this is it. Oh, let's look at the 4-hour on the Thursday to see if we got a trade. So yeah, it was broken here. The 4-hour was broken here, so we know that we're in an uptrend, though a slight downtrend, but we know that we're still respecting the daily, the daily downtrend. So yeah, we were gonna look for a short-term sell, but then we also need to respect this era here. But anyways, so this trade would have been um, pushed down. 11. We had a pull back on 11, and then we had an entry at 12. Yo, it was right on the money. So, if we this would have been it was what 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and it didn't. hit 27, the target would have been 27, right? So would have made something. Um, right here, let's look for the entry. Normally we could go back. Let's see if we can go back that far. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to go back that far, unfortunately. So we're not gonna be going back that far. But perfect example of review the trades, in a timely manner. So we're gonna go down, and then our stop loss are gonna be about here, and then we're gonna run it right down to the negative, which is roughly 1 to 4 ratio. Not bad. So this was the first trade. So we can go ahead and clean this off because it followed the rules, right? The next day we saw a push up. I mean, I was looking at this, but there was no entry. I wouldn't have gotten an entry on this. The reason being, if we look at the 4 hour, um, there wasn't like there was a break, yeah, but it didn't form a trend. And if we look at the 1 hour, I believe, yeah, we went up, but because we were in the sale, we wouldn't have thought to buy, because it could have been a case where it was a pull back to push, sorry. It could have been a case where it was a pullback to push down, so it was one of those trades that we did not take. Market pushed up. Let's look at the 1 hour. So push up, we didn't get any entry. This was the Monday. There's nothing. Tuesday, there, I believe we took this trade. Yeah, this was a trade, but it was a loss, and that was it. Um, let's see if we can see the entry. Um, 1 minute. What the hell? Oh, okay. We can't see so far with the current plan that we're on. But anyways, this would have been the trade, and we went up. So for example, we'd have pushed to that. That would have been the normal entry, and this would have been the stop loss. But as we see, it slapped out the stop loss. It was a loss. Cool. Um, let's see. Wednesday, but look at the 4 hour. 4 hour. Well, we were up, up, up. It broke here. All right, let's delete this. Sorry. So it broke the 4 hour uptrend here. So we could look for a slight sell. And then we had a little push down, pull back. I don't even know if we had an entry off this actually, but it was on. This would have been another loss if we did have an entry. Well, that's not it actually. It's all the way over. Well, we can't see, but anyways, if we did took an entry off that, it would have been another loss because this is what it would have looked like. And this would have been the stop loss, and then here would have been the entry, but it did not go as according to plan. Cool. Would we have done that though? Let's look at the 4 hour. What time is this? 9 o'clock. 1 o'clock. So let's look at it again. 9, 11, 12, 1, 9. I think it ended at 9, that 4 hour. Ended at 9, and 1. Yeah, I said it starts at 9, 5, 9, 1. Where did it start? That's the thing. I don't know if I took a trade off this because this is 5. Is it that it starts at 5 or it end at 5? Because probably this would have ended. Let's look at what time. Because this is a part of it, you know. So let's see. 1, 10, 12, 1, 1. Hmm. Mm. I think it's when it starts. Because this is 10, 9, 11. It starts at, right, this is 10. So look at 10 a little bit more. 9:30. Oh, 10 in here. 30. 9:30. 10. Okay. So we would, sorry, I was just understanding. So this would end at, if this is 9, it would end, and this one starts at 1. So we would not even start to look for entry until 1. And this is 1, actually. This is 1. I'm not sure if we look, because we probably would. Yeah, we can't see. Anyways, if we took that, that would also be a lost. It would have also been a lost. And then this is Thursday, push down, pull back. So this would have been another trade. And if it don't closes at 4, well, you put the stop loss, you put it at 37, which would have caught this. So this would have been a 1. We would have won this one, put it up over here, and then we roll it up over here. So yeah, we have won that. Um, come across 10, 3. Yeah, there were no more trades. Then, oh, it started to range. So I mean, this would have been the perfect thing, but then we ended it here. And then boom, it went up, came back down, went up again. So we realized that we were in a little range, and then we started to try to take something at the. We started to take something when it broke the range, and yeah, that's where we are for 2026 so far. So yeah, big up, big up, big up, big up. Let me see how much. Would I win more? One, two, lose. Two, win one. Yes, think we do know other one. I think we lose. Yeah, boy, what I even out. So risk management. All right. Pick up on yourself later.